If you are noticing more hair in your brush, in the shower drain, or thinning around your temples and crown, I want you to listen very carefully because what I'm about to share with you may completely change the way you think about hair loss. Most people believe hair thinning is just genetics or age, and that nothing can be done about it. That belief is not only wrong, it's costing people their confidence every single day. What if I told you that one simple, humble vegetable sitting in your kitchen right now has been used for generations to strengthen hair, wake up dormant follicles, and dramatically slow hair loss from the inside out? Not a drug, not an expensive serum, not a transplant, just food used the right way. Stay with me, because once you understand how this works, you'll never look at hair loss the same way again. Hair does not fall out randomly. It is always responding to something happening inside the body. The hair follicle is a living structure, deeply connected to blood flow, mineral balance, hormones, digestion, and inflammation. When the body is nourished, hair grows thick, strong, and resilient. When the body is depleted, stressed, inflamed, or overloaded with toxins, hair is one of the first places to suffer. This is why rubbing products on the scalp alone rarely solves the problem. Hair loss is not a scalp problem, it is a whole body signal. And this is where this powerful vegetable comes in. The vegetable I'm talking about is onion. Yes, the same onion you cook with, the same onion that makes your eyes water, has remarkable properties for hair growth when you understand how and why it works. Onions are rich in sulfur, and sulfur is one of the most critical minerals for hair structure. Hair is primarily made of keratin, and keratin requires sulfur bonds to stay strong. Without enough sulfur, hair becomes weak, thin, and prone to breaking and shedding. Modern diets are often severely lacking in sulfur-rich foods because we rely so heavily on processed meals. When the body doesn't have enough sulfur, it will conserve it for vital organs, and hair gets pushed to the bottom of the priority list. By restoring sulfur intake naturally through foods like onion, you are giving your body the raw materials it needs to rebuild hair from the root. But sulfur is only the beginning. Onions also contain quercetin, a powerful plant compound that helps reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. Chronic inflammation around the hair follicle is one of the silent drivers of hair loss, especially as we age. Inflammation tightens blood vessels, reduces oxygen delivery, and slowly starves the follicle. Quercetin helps calm that inflammatory response, allowing blood to flow freely to the scalp again. Better blood flow means more oxygen, more nutrients, and more life reaching the follicle. This is why people often notice reduced shedding first, followed by new growth over time. Another reason onions are so effective is their impact on circulation. Hair follicles are tiny organs with high energy demands. If circulation is poor, hair growth slows or stops altogether. Onions naturally stimulate circulation, both internally when eaten and externally when applied to the scalp. This gentle stimulation encourages dormant follicles to reawaken. Many people believe follicles die, but in reality, most follicles simply go dormant due to lack of nourishment. When conditions improve, they can begin producing hair again. Now let's talk about hormones, because this is a major piece of the hair loss puzzle. Hormonal imbalance, particularly involving insulin, cortisol, and androgens, plays a huge role in thinning hair. Onions help stabilize blood sugar levels, which reduces insulin spikes. Stable insulin means calmer hormones overall. When blood sugar is constantly rising and crashing, the body releases stress hormones, and stress hormones push hair into the shedding phase. By supporting metabolic balance, onions indirectly protect the hair growth cycle. There is also the issue of scalp health. A congested, inflamed, or microbially imbalanced scalp cannot support healthy hair. Onions have natural antimicrobial properties that help keep the scalp environment clean and balanced. This doesn't mean killing everything, but rather discouraging harmful overgrowth that can clog follicles and irritate the skin. A healthy scalp is like fertile soil. Without good soil, nothing grows well. Now, how you use onion matters just as much as the fact that you use it. Eating onion regularly is essential because hair is built from the inside out. Raw onion contains the highest sulfur content, but lightly cooked onion still offers significant benefits. Adding onion to soups, stews, salads, or vegetable dishes daily provides a steady supply of hair-supportive nutrients. Consistency is far more important than quantity. Small amounts used daily send a continuous signal to the body that resources are available for repair and growth. For those who want to take it a step further, onion can also be used externally. Onion juice applied to the scalp has been traditionally used to stimulate hair growth. When applied and left on the scalp for a short period, it increases blood flow and delivers sulfur directly to the follicle environment. This should always be done gently, without aggressive rubbing, and followed by thorough rinsing. Sensitive scalps may need to dilute onion juice or use it less frequently. The goal is stimulation, not irritation. However, onion alone is not a magic wand. Hair growth requires a supportive internal environment. If digestion is weak, nutrients won't be absorbed properly, no matter how good the food is. This is why chewing well, avoiding overeating, and supporting gut health are critical. The gut is where minerals are absorbed, and without proper digestion, hair growth will remain compromised. Protein intake is also essential. Hair cannot grow without adequate protein, but quality matters. Whole food sources such as legumes, eggs, seeds, nuts, and properly prepared grains provide amino acids in a form the body can use efficiently. Excessive reliance on processed protein powders can burden digestion and increase inflammation, which works against hair growth. Another major factor that quietly destroys hair is chronic stress. Stress tightens blood vessels, increases cortisol, and shifts nutrients away from hair production. Even the best foods cannot override constant stress signals. Practices that calm the nervous system, such as walking, deep breathing, proper sleep, and reducing overstimulation, create the internal conditions needed for hair to thrive. Hair growth is a sign that the body feels safe and nourished. Hydration also plays a role. Dehydrated tissues cannot function properly, and the scalp is no exception. Adequate water intake supports circulation and nutrient delivery. Hair shafts themselves rely on hydration for flexibility and strength. Dry, brittle hair is often a reflection of internal dehydration, not just external damage. It's also important to avoid common mistakes that sabotage hair growth. Excessive heat styling, harsh chemical treatments, tight hairstyles, and frequent shampooing with aggressive detergents can damage hair and irritate the scalp. Hair that is constantly stressed externally cannot respond fully to internal nourishment. Gentle care supports the body's natural repair processes. Patience is key. Hair grows slowly, and the growth cycle operates over months, not days. Reduced shedding is often the first sign that the body is responding. New growth may appear as fine, soft hairs before thickening over time. This is normal and should be seen as progress, not failure. What I want you to understand is that hair loss is not a life sentence. It is feedback. When the body receives what it needs, it responds accordingly. Onion, simple as it is, addresses multiple root causes at once: mineral deficiency, poor circulation, inflammation, hormonal imbalance, and scalp health. This is why it has stood the test of time in traditional health practices. As you begin nourishing your body properly, not just with onion but with whole living foods, your hair becomes a visible sign of internal healing. Thicker hair is not just about appearance, it's about vitality. It reflects improved blood flow, stronger digestion, balanced hormones, and reduced inflammation. So remember this: hair growth is not something you force, it is something you allow by creating the right internal conditions. Feed the body, calm the system, support circulation, and remove obstacles. The hair will follow. In summary, hair loss is a signal, not a mystery. Onions provide sulfur, circulation support, anti-inflammatory compounds, and scalp nourishment that directly support hair growth when used consistently and wisely. If you found this information valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and let me know in the comments what topic you want to see next.